Hi, good afternoon. Can I ask you some questions? Do you want kids in the future? Or why do you want kids? Think about it for some time. I'll wait. If you got your answers, why do I even ask these questions in the first place? Well, to put it simply, hundreds of thousands and even millions of unborn children are aborted every year. To be more statistical, around 73 million unborn children are aborted globally due to various factors and reasons like unhealthy relationships, socio-economic statuses, personal problems, genetics, and unprotected sex are reasons why it happens so often in today's generation. But what is abortion? For all who ask and just click the video because they're just curious. Well, it is a determination of a pregnancy by removal or expulsion of an embryo or fetus. There are two types of this, okay? There is spontaneous abortion, which occurs without intervention and is known as a miscarriage, okay? And these occurs in around 10 to 15% of pregnancies globally. And as for the other one is induced abortion. Those are intentional abortions that occur by percentages of around 29%. Pretty big, right? And all in all, yeah, this particular issue has been going rampant since then and is always being ethically challenged if this is morally right or wrong. Due to different cultures and changes in today's world, we can answer these questions in the next part of the video and how it can be perceived by the different ethical frameworks that we have.
Now we go on to Aristotelian ethics. Aristotle's ethical theory, based on virtue ethics, focuses on the need to attain eudaimonia or human flourishing by cultivating virtuous character. Aristotle would probably contend that the possible of human life and the essence of fetus should be taken into account. According to him, life starts at conception, and abortion would therefore be considered ethically wrong, since it disturbs the natural course of human development. Based on Aristotle's principle, the fetus has a nutritive soul, which means it possesses the potential of life. Thus, it would go against the virtue of respect for life to end that life. Therefore, he would most probably be against abortion because it goes against the moral structure of society and the human potential of being fulfilled. Right theories. Right theories emphasize the fundamental rights of a person, such as the rights to life, liberty, bodily integrity. This approach tends to uphold the right of a woman to have abortion on demand, prioritizing the rights over one's body and decision-making in terms of reproduction. Supporters argues that a fetus, especially at the early stage of development, is not endowed with the same set of rights as fully grown human being, and therefore the rights of the mother are superior. Right theorists would argue for the legalization of abortion, such as basic rights, representing it is a matter of personal autonomy and equality.
Today, let's look at abortions through the eyes of Kant and Aquinas. Kantian ethics says morality is about duty and respecting human dignity. Kant would argue that abortion is wrong because it treats the unborn child as a means to an end, not as an end in itself. Since every rational being deserves respect, even potential life must be protected. That's what's Kant's perspective. Let's go through Aquinas' side. Of course, Saint Aquinas. He's a saint. Thomas Aquinas, using natural law, would also oppose abortion. For him, life is a basic good given by God. And destroying innocent life violates the natural purpose of human beings. It's against the natural law by the book of God. Aquinas would say abortion goes against both reason and divine law. So, to make it short, both Kant and Aquinas stands firmly against abortion. Though for different reasons, Kant focuses on duty and dignity, while Aquinas emphasizes nature and divine purpose.
Today, I want to explore the complex of often continuous issue about abortion. Utilitarianism, its core, is a simple yet profound philosophy. We should act ways that maximize overall happiness and well-being for the greatest number of people. Applying this seemingly straightforward principle to abortion, however, reveals a surprising depth of ethical complexity. Let's begin by examining the utilitarianism framework. A utilitarian approach doesn't offer a simple yes or no answer to the question of abortion. Instead, it demands a meticulous examination of consequences for all involved. First, we must consider the pregnant person. Utilitarianism acknowledges the profound physical and psychological burdens of pregnancy and childbirth. For unwanted pregnancy, the potential for distress impacting mental and physical health is undeniable. Conversely, forcing someone into motherhood against their will can have devastating consequences on their life, their future, and their well-being.
Finally, as we the group collectively agreed upon from our insights as per what these frameworks views on about the social issues that is specifically mentioned, abortion is definitely an unethical and disgraceful act to be done just for the sake of doing it, or for whatever reasons they have, for other purpose. And as they are taking the innocent and developing lives of a potential person to be sprung into existence. In retrospect, the frameworks mention that every mother has their own rights for their well-being and the child that they are bearing, and also that it violates the natural and divine law that was given to us by God, because God gave us life in the first place, and it needs to be valued because of it. And many more mentioned frameworks and reasons to why abortion is not a good thing to do, and then that is unethical and shouldn't be legalized, and are done by many.